Beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation. Beautiful ignited souls, okay. I'm experimenting here on my lighting and I hope this turns out well. Okay, time for a tea break. Get your cup. Let's sip upon having some tea because it's about, when they say, oh, you have got it to a T. So I'm hoping that this presentation is going to be one that really nails it on the head and, have it on the T. So for this reason, tea time, tea time. Okay, welcome, beautiful ignited souls. I am Crime Queen, your partner in crime, and I'm going to give you another short, I hope short, delicious tea break. So, there we are. I hope that those of you who are new to this channel will familiarize yourself with the sacrifice template. There is a what I consider very good presentation on describing the template, how we derived at it, and the significance of this template, and how robust it is. So it is called Spirituality and Numerology for Beginners, or it could be Numerology and Spirituality for Beginners, but by Crime Queen. So you'll get a series of those, but I feel that they will help. And of course, let me know how you get on with this, and if you need any more clarity, and I can direct you, or just do another video if need be. Okay, so I have a number of things I would love to share with you, but for now, I feel that we need to, especially towards the end of the year, get our perspective of the universe in numerical values, in numerical context or perspective, so we can understand where we are and where we are moving to. Of course, we know, the whole world knows, we are in this womb of creation, if you like. It's like some of us, when the mother is having twins, one comes out first. And so this is just to give us a perspective of saying that we were born on this date. But however, it is happening simultaneously. The only difference is that we are given, points of reference, if you like. So for this creation, we are going to look at the word universe. So, and yeah, universe, as I said before, we are doing everything around this that we call sacrifice template. And of course, being it's near Christmas as well, the 25th of December, we are going to also, I'll have to do another video on this as well, but the 25th of December, I'm going to share something with you. It's very sacred about that. And so it's not just about the turkey and having drinks and family around and so on. All this is all well and good if you can end the day without an argument. Of course, if you can find a resolution for the argument, by all means have it. Okay, but we are going to look at I'm getting a message that I should quickly do something. This is how the universe or spirit works for me. It's saying quickly do something about the 24th of December. So I go ahead with it because this is how I'm guided. Okay, so 2, 4, which is and 12 and 2021. Okay, so 2021 is a 5-year, December is 3, and we have 6. So I see why now I'm being asked to do this. Usually it is saying we have 365 days. That's what they want us to see. That's what the number 14 wants to speak to you. So it looks like I'm going to have to do another video because, as I say, I go as I'm guided. Come up with an idea to do something, but the 14 gods, which you and we all are the embodiment of this creation. Remember, I've been speaking about creation, and of course, it's the two creations coming to one. So this is what Spirit really wants me to. I just love it when I listen and I understand why straight away. So if we add these all together, 9 plus 5 is 14. Now we will see as well, I'm making reference that the very first word of the Bible, which is said in the beginning, when we say the first word of Genesis is actually I-N, and we have this as 9-5. So we could see that 9-5 is 14. People, it is so important that we begin to pay attention to what is around us, what is happening, and it to give us a perspective of who we are. I think it's also correlating with know thyself. I have done this several times before, and this is really saying know, K-N-O-W, know thy self, self. I'm going to do this, and it may seem like I'm rushing this simply because I wasn't quite ready for this, but anyway, I'm still ready. So this is 6, die is 8, and no is either 6 or so this is 7, 8, 9. So no is 9. Adding this together is 17. 8 plus 9 is 17, and this is 23. So 23 is actually 5. So this is where we were making the same correlation with 14 and know thyself. This is what we are asked to do, know thyself. So no matter which route you took, which is 3 words here, or you could say 2 words, because thyself is really 1 word. And I'd like to just count the amount of letters here. So this is 4 plus 3 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am hoping that I have done a video on this before, because there's so much we do about the number 11, which is the first master number. This is where we see, I know I have done videos to show this before. So 11 letters here, which corresponds with the numerical value of 5, is very much the same as the word in. It's very much the same as the 2 serpents. The word serpent equals 34. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 7, because we are talking about 2 creations that is happening as well simultaneously. The parallels, the opposites, the polarities, all that is happening simultaneously. As I said, we are in the creation, that which is within and without, that which is up, above and below. This is happening here, and so we can see how all of this is calling our attention to the reality that we are engaged in, and some of us are not conscious of it. So here we are speaking about the word in. The word in is more or less saying to us, everything is in. So within, so without. It's like in, and of course, whatever is in has its reflection out, or without. So out is still there. So this is what we are talking about here, people. And the gods, of course, when we get to understand them, when you get to understand that the gods coexist within you, or they exist within you, and they are working within you, being a co-creator of the universe, which what I really wanted to do was to talk about the word universe. And so universe as well, this still coincides with what I want to say, because universe equals 41, and I want to show how the universe, you are the universe in numerical vibration, numerical values, rhythm, and so on, so you can see that you are in this creation creating. You are in this creation creating. Perhaps that's what I'm going to call this. You are creating in this universe, but you are in the universe creating. Okay, we will find the right title anyhow. So I hope you like this, because and of course, please remember to give us a like on these videos, because what we are wanting to do, what I am aiming for in 2022, is to be able to do some live videos. But to do that, I really need to have a certain amount of subscribers, and of course liking the videos is one way of you contributing to the increasing numbers of the videos. So if you like the videos, please give us that like. Remember to give the like, and so other people can be encouraged or have that kind of course they'll be mirroring themselves by liking it as well. So hopefully, we're going to be able to do some wonderful videos, and I would like to do more short videos like this as well, so we could have these bite sizes of wisdom. And of course, wisdom is number 11. So before I just close on this, I want to show you again how 11, or the serpent, because just to really well, just to 11 on here, just to really show this. So know thyself, for instance, we have seen how that happens. We have seen how we had 14 here. So the 600, we had 6 3 5, which really showed us that we have, that's another thing that gods are actually saying. Check where these are on here. So 3 here is luck, and 6 is fox, and 5 is new. So you are being a lucky new fox, basically, or be a lucky fox, be a new fox, renew your minds. This is what we are asked to do here. Okay, so you generally we have 3 6 5 days of the year. Days is actually, day is 12, this is 12, 13. 13 is 4. So 13, I have been doing a lot around 13. There is so much deliciousness, people. You need to just get your cup of tea and come sit down and just watch and comment and ask questions and like and subscribe and share. But make sure you have a tea break. We've got to have the tea break. Okay. And now, coffee break, whatever it is that you want. Okay, so know thyself, we have seen, comes to 23. Of course, this is also coinciding with your 23 pairs of chromosomes. So this is all part of telling us about ourselves. It's saying know those things, know how those work. The 23 pairs, which is 46, which would be 46, which is what the sacrifice is about. The sacrifice was putting these to sleep. Okay, so I wanted to show how this comes here. There were two things I wanted to quickly show on here. So we had 3 there. So the gods, the 14 gods, which are 14 verbatim gods that we have discovered in Genesis of chapter 1 and 2, which represents creation, which is taking us to the 11 that we want to explore, which is saying there were 2 serpents, 2 creations. We see that happening in the story of Moses, and this is another story I want to continue exploring on to show you this is what happens in your body. This is Jacob's ladder. This is the Kundalini. This is all of those things happening here. It's a cycle. So when we have the word year, we have ended a year, Y-E-A-R, which has the air in it. So this is 10, 17, 18, 19, 22. So this is 4. So 4 is always cousin. It's like a foundation. So this is where, okay, we have seen that the hair, or to know thyself, is that self-sacrifice. It's that self-kundalini. So we know that sacrifice equals 46, which is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. So we have two ways of looking at this. We could look at each of these with 10 as individual characters. So 1 and 0 or not. Let's look at not because I find that that's what works. I'm divinely guided to do not here. Okay, so for 1, let's see 1. 1, like ONE, is actually 655 equals, this equals 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. And let's look at the 0. We could look at 0 or not, but let's look at not, NOT, because we have seen in past formulas or calculations that not actually is what to work with, basically. Like we see 0 as nothing, so we say not. It's not. Okay, so that also equals 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So if we add this together, 7 plus 4 equals 11. So we can see how 1, which we would see that 10 actually is 1 creating hair, because that's what's projecting out, because the not hair is actually the feminine and the masculine hair. These two form creation, and we could see how 2 or from 10, everything comes from 10 here, so it's giving us these two sets of creation. This is how we continue to multiply. Of course, we could take 1 again, gives us 16. In the same format, we have another one, gives us 16. And we see that's how creation multiplies. With 116, that's another creation, another creation. Of course, we could follow the same format to see the infinity of creation by doing 1 separate here for 16, and of course another separate calculation for 6. This both gives us here 1 equals 6, 1 equals 6, as we have seen, actually 16, which is 7. And if we did 6 SIX, also equals 16, which gives us 7. Here we see how the 7 plus 7, the two creations, are actually intertwined in one and comes to 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. This is how we see, of course, it's like having your one hand, but there are 5 digits in here, all symbolizing 1, right here. So we are going to show how 46, of course, 46 is 10. In fact, how sacrificing from your chromosomes, which of course are responsible for creation, you could say. So this comes to 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. So we could do this. We have two ways of looking at this. 10, the word 10 equals 12. Of course, 12 is 3. And we can see that 3 is 11. THREE equals 11, which takes us back to where we are talking about with 11. But for the purpose of showing creation here, which is, of course, we see 1 is masculine and the not is feminine. So let's look at 1, because 1 is what projects. So, of course, 1, ONE, equals, which is 6, 5, 5 equals 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. This is how we begin with 1. Transformation. So we have the 2, 7, SEVEN here. I really ought to be, okay, 7, which equals 20. Again, a lot I want to do on 20, because I had watched something on the Mayan calendar, and shows how significant the number 20 is. And of course, 7 as a creation gives us 20. The word 20 is 8. And I could see all of this in the Bible, but we think that it is very different. When we get to numerology, I saw, in fact, that the Mayan calendar is actually in the Bible. But I am asking for the wisdom to be able to share this with you. Okay, so 7 is actually 20, which is, I hope I've got this right. Yes. So the serpent, before we get on to this, let's look at the word serpent, serpent, which equals 34. 3 plus 4 is 7. This is where we have the 7. Now, 7 again, of course, would be twice, would be 14. Two serpents is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5, which coincides with all that encapsulates who we are, which is Mother Eve. Eve. Eve that we are told is so terrible. So it's 5, 4, 5 equals 14, which is 5. The mother of all living. The mother of all living. Okay, so I hope you get this here. Now, what makes all of this one creation, how we can see this as one creation, of course, is that we have the number 1, for instance, if we said 1, ONE equals 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So we can see how 1, although two serpents here, we could say 1 plus 1 is 2 because we have 7 here. So 2 sevens, okay? So we could see that being 7. You get it. And subscribe and share and stay ignited.